Hey guys, and welcome back, and today I wanted to update you with my ultimate team. Now, I haven't done this for a while and I thought I might as well do one, as so far I've kind of found a team which really fits my playstyle and the way I want to play this game. Now, this FIFA has been a lot more better than the last few FIFAs I've recently played. FIFA 18 was a decent, I did like it. I did get a good squad in the end, and I did play a lot of FIFA, but the gameplay, again, like I can understand why a lot of people didn't really enjoy the gameplay. I didn't really enjoy it as such, but I did play a lot of it and I kind of enjoyed having a decent team in the end. And I will go back to that team and I'll probably play that with that team again. But now it's time for FIFA 19, and starting off, I wanted to kind of go around what my team is basically based around and the way I like to go into a game and play. So starting off, let me tell you basically my whole starting 11. So in my goalkeeper at the moment, I've got Pickford. Then the two centre backs, I've got John Stones and Bailly, and then my full backs are Robertson and Valencia, and in my midfield I've got Ozil, James Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then my top three is Mane, Roberto Firmino, and Townsend. So this is only one out of two teams I'm currently using at this moment. And so far, I gotta say, this team is banging. It is actually probably one of the sickest teams I've used so far. The likes of Pickford, probably one of the best goalkeepers I've actually ever bought. 100%. I think he is like the best keeper I've actually ever had. And then for like my fullbacks and my defense and everything, I've got to say it is a solid team. Like, so I've played with 94 games with John Stones, and I've played with 92 with Jordan Pickford, so had these players a lot. I recently bought back Bailly and Valencia. I used these two in SBCs, and recently had to buy them back, and these two are actually decent. I've actually had no problems with likes of this. The only problem I've had with likes of Valencia is he doesn't get back in time. I think he's got like a high work rate. Yeah, he does. And I think it's the same with Robertson. But like with likes of Robertson, I rarely get any threat at all. Like, Robertson just seems to keep the whole right wing like quiet. But Valencia, again, like, both these are pretty decent. And then likes of Ozil, again, got him for like 18,000 coins, which is not bad. 2 goals and 4 assists, not that bad overall. And that's in 11 games, and to be honest, he's actually been pretty decent. Overall, I put an engine card on pretty much all my midfielders, because it's just all you need is passing, pace, and dribbling. That's what I basically look for in a midfielder. And again, I got Ozil as I thought, you know what, I need a player that can really make the game different. And I was playing, this is during the weekend league foot champs, and I was getting really annoyed with my midfield, as there was no connection, there was nothing in that midfield. So I got Ozil, and he bombed it, proper bombed it. He made so many plays, he's done this, he's done that, and likes of him and Roberto Firmino, both of them boss it in that midfield and that centre spot. And then with likes of James Milner, again, a fucking quality player. To be honest, in 11 games, James Milner has done a lot more than Ozil. But overall, James Milner is actually just an absolute god on this game. He is just insane. And he is just one of the best players I've ever used. Then likes of Oxlade-Chamberlain, again, a quality player all round. 24 games played, 2 goals scored, and 7 assists. Overall, quite surprisingly decent. I got his card basic for his pace, and his overall is a lot more better than Naby Keita's, except from dribbling. But overall, he's actually pretty decent, and he's actually done the job well done. Then I bought recently Mane for 49,000 coins. Not that bad. 2 games played, 2 goals scored. Quality off the ball and quality on the ball. And again, he's just absolute bossed it. Like, he is actually insane. He's one of my favourite players to use. And again, Roberto Firmino, you cannot go wrong with this guy. You cannot go wrong with Roberto Firmino. 17 games played, 5 goals scored, and 6 assists. Not that bad. Could do a lot more better, but overall, with the likes of this formation, I'll tell you in a minute why he hasn't been scoring as much, but getting a decent amount of assists. And then we got Andrew Townsend again, a fucking quality. Like, I got him, I was actually quite happy with it, because 1, he's left-footed, and 2, he's got a high work rate, and 3, he's actually got a decent card all around. It's actually not that bad. He's got probably the same amount of dribbling as Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think. And overall, he is actually quality. He's fucking quality. 2 games played, 2 goals scored, 1 assist, high work rate. Probably one of the best players I've actually used so far. Very, very, very good. And 100% recommend getting his card if you ever find it. At the moment, it is on the team of the week, so 100% get it on that. But he's really cheap as well. Really, really cheap for an inform. But I've got him on Foot Champions, of course. Then we go to my other team. Now I will show you my other team in a minute, but I want to basically take a minute to talk about this formation. Now, as you can see, I am using the 4-3-3-5. This formation again is based around the likes of Roberto Firmino and the way that it distributes goals up to the wingers and they score the goals. And it's the same thing with the midfielders. The midfielders again can also score the goals, but it is a main assistant team. I would be happy if, like, maybe instead of like a 4-3-3, I have like Roberto Firmino as like a cam instead of, and then maybe put James Milner on a bench or whatnot. But overall, I think I'd rather have James Milner and the way this team is going at this moment of time, with the likes of Oxlade and Mesut Ozil. But it is an assistant team to the wingers. Like, so the amount of assists, the amount of times Roberto Firmino has made chances for the likes of Townsend and Mane just in that centre spot is pretty darn good, and it's the same thing with Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. The game I literally just played, I won 4-2, and I thought I might put it up because it is self-explanatory. And overall, this team has been very, very good, and just this team overall has been solid as well on likes of Foot Champions and all that stuff. Now for the other team. Now the other team I've currently got is of course a 4-3-3, now with a cam. Now they're probably wondering, okay, let's have a look at this team. Now in striker we've got likes of Daniel Sturridge, 100% recommend getting him. Well, he's unable, you can't really get him anymore, it's kind of annoying, but I do try keep to one team as it is a lot more easier. So let's put Laporte on and Raheem Sterling. So this is my other team. Now again, a bit different, as I've pretty much got an engine card on nearly all my players. But for this team, it is a it's more of an attacking team. This team is basically attack. It's the same with the other team, but the other team is more possession, as this team is just straight counter attack, straight counter attack, and it keeps the pressure up on the attack 100% or like majority of the time. That's the point of this formation, and it's the point of Daniel Sturridge as well. The main thing with Daniel Sturridge is he's just insane. 47 games played, 42 goals scored, and 17 assists. Best player I've probably ever used, and probably will use on likes of FIFA 19 at this moment of time. But that's quite judgmental because I love Townsend at the moment. Townsend's card has been brilliant. And overall, this team is an absolute brick wall. With the likes of World and Laporte at the back, very, very decent. Overall, very, very good. I have no problems with this back four at all. And likes of the fullbacks, Mendy and Trippier, both of them again very, very quality off and on the ball as well. Now for the likes of my fullbacks, I did put a catalyst card on them just to improve the pace and the passing, which does help a lot more. And with likes of Trippier as well, he is a good overall passing player anyway for a fullback. That is why the main reason why I got him was because of that. He is actually a decent passing player, And with likes of Mendy, again, he's actually got pretty decent passing, 77. Again, decent dribbling as well. But overall, I did actually get him in a pack, and that's why I've got him in my starting 11. But overall, his stats are very, very good, unlike most fullbacks. And then in my midfield, again, I've got Loftus-Cheek, Dele Alli, and Ross Barkley. Likes of Loftus-Cheek, get this card. Get this card. He is just insanely good. One of my favourite cards to use again. 6'3". Overall, I put an engine card on him, and that helped a lot more. 83 dribbling, 75 passing pace, sorry, and 80 passing, which is actually not that bad. And overall, he's been a decent defending player as well, with 64 defending and 82 physicality. That is key. That is one thing that is really, really good with Loftus-Cheek, is that his physicalty is spot on. He's spot on. Like overall, he's been quality. And look at his stats. Majority of his stats are pretty good. Not gonna lie. Like he overall defending, if I can see it. Stand tackle 70, slide tackle 63, which is not that bad for a centre mid. And you look at his pace as well. It's 78 sprint speed, 71 acceleration is not that bad either. Strength, he's actually pretty physical boy. And passing again, overall, short passing 88, long passing 86. That's pretty goddamn good as well. In the likes of informed Ross Barkley, again, I got him for around 25k, which is actually not that bad. In 20 games, 2 goals scored, 3 assists. And again, for this card is just insane. He's got 5-star weak foot as well, which is really, really good. And the amount of goals I've scored with him, and probably one of the best goals I've actually ever scored with Ross Barkley. It's just insane. And the likes of Dele Alli, again, a fucking quality player. 93 games played, 31 goals scored, and 31 assists. Just 100% one of the best I've ever used. And overall, his stats are actually insane. Again, I did put an engine card on him, and that made him so much more better as well. 100% put an engine card on Dele Alli, as overall I think he's a bit too slow without it. But when you put that engine card on, he's actually pretty not that bad. Then for my top 3, again, I got Son as my left winger. 100% probably one of the absolute insane players to use. I am trying to actually work up to get his inform card, which he has also got a striker card, which I will try get around getting that. But overall, his left wing card is actually pretty decent. And again, with likes of that and Martial's, I do try to swap these over quite a bit. Martial's card is actually alright. And then there was actually one other player that I also have, and that is Marcus Rashford. If I quickly get his card quickly. One of my favourite players to use, Marcus Rashford. 11 games played, 4 goals scored and 2 assists. But I did actually have a other card, which I think I had like 50 games played on that, and he had 47 goals and 27 assists, which was actually not that bad. And then again, Raheem Sterling, probably one of the most used players I've got. 91 games played, 21 goals scored and 3 assists. And again, you've got the likes of Daniel Sturridge. And the basic full of the team is to push up the midfield, push that midfield up, push the attack up, pressure the attack as much, pressure the defense, and pressure the midfield as much as I can, to make it basically unbearable for the opposition to get a goal or even make a play around this whole team. It's just basic full attack, and it's the same with the other team, but the other team's a little more laid back, and you get the ball and you pass it around between that midfield, and it's a bit compact as well because it is also a possession team. The other team is more of a possession team, while this is more of a straight attack team. And overall, these teams have been absolutely banging. I love using these teams. These teams have been very, very, very good, and I got to say I've really, really enjoyed playing FIFA with these teams at this moment of time. Now, I would like to point out a few players that I thought that are actually really, really good. So in the recent team of the week, there was one player that I recently bought and that was Kai Havertz. So far he's around, I think, 30k or cheaper. That he's going around for 25k, 24, 21k. 100% if you got a Bundesliga team, try get his card, because his card is actually really good. And again with Mario Götze, again you look at his stats, pace and dribbling, very good as well, but I would 100% put an engine card on him to actually help with his pace, because I feel like he'd be absolutely banging with that as well. And again with the likes of this team, again we've got Son, one player I do want to try get around getting in the near future, but overall he's like 460k, so I'm gonna have to work quite a bit for that. And again we've got like Foster, very good card to pick up if you do have the coins. Try to pick his card up, because he actually has a pretty decent card. And that is basically it that I could actually think of at this time. And at the moment I am currently progressing around this league. Where is it? The Bundesliga. Currently got 7 out of 18. If I show you the rewards, you get either this right back or the left mid Gnabry, and I really want to get this left mid Gnabry because you just look at his card, it is actually insane. So that is also one card I really want to get in my team to basically bolster a new team and make a new attack. And the same with the Serie A, Edin Dzeko, a very good player as well. But if I was going to get Serie A, I'll basically get Skinnaria, basically a fucking quality centre back, 87 rated, and you look at his stats, that is insane. And those are kind of the two players I'm currently looking at this moment in time for league wise. But let me know down in the comments below, what do you think about this team? Could I maybe improve it in some way? Could I maybe change a few players around instead of using Daniel Sturridge as a striker, maybe as a centre forward? Let me know down in the comments below. But I hope you guys enjoy this update. This is a bit of a small update and all that stuff, but I want to get this out there as soon as I can, so I could just basically get on going and get on moving with the likes of these teams and just keep on progressing. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you next time.